Sorry, this is the only forum in which people ask me to turn on a microphone when I speak. I was just very, first of all, Mr. Arif was very eloquent, and I wonder if the translator did his comments full justice. But I do want to say this. Trade is trade. Trade is about commercial activity. The principle behind trade is that somebody in one place is better at making or producing one thing than somebody is in another place. It's enabled us humans to take advantage of a specialisation over the years, and over the centuries it's got us to where we are now. But that's what trade is. It's not a political tool. It's not the job of trade policy to be a political tool. And I also have to say, I don't want to make this in any way personalised. I have tremendous respect for the rapporteur on a personal level. But the frame of mind and the ideas which underpin Mr. Désir's comments have been put forward to numerous electorates in numerous places in the last 10 years, particularly in the last 5 years, and have been comprehensively rejected. And the fact of the matter is, the ideas that Mr. Désir represents are in retreat. And what this really represents is an attempt to manipulate the trade policy of the European Union in order to get implemented ideas which have been rejected by the electorate of various countries, particularly and especially my own country, as the distinguished acting chairman well knows. And in that case, and in that instance, and this may be a shock to Mr. Désir if he cares to think about it, what he's proposing actually takes influence away from the electorate, and in that sense is profoundly anti-democratic. Now, Mr. Désir has a distinguished record as a Democrat, and I would ask him to think very, very carefully about the implications of what he's proposing, simply from a democratic point of view. Now, I would then go on to say that the European Union, as it is now called, but has a long record of having extraterritorial impulses, extraterritorial ambitions and aspirations. And there seems to be a further attempt here to enhance and confirm the extraterritorial, to give the European Union further tools to be used extraterritorially, i.e. in those areas beyond the member states, and that we certainly strongly disapprove of. And in so doing this simply handicaps European commerce. It handicaps European trade. And this at a time when trade and economic momentum, and therefore economic power, is moving east, and it will continue to move east, and it will move east in an accelerated way if matters like this, if proposals like this are implemented and come into law. Now, therefore, in that context, I must say, despite my personal admiration for him, I did find Mr. Caspari's comments rather depressing, and I very much hope that sanity will prevail between now and the plenary session, and that this report will be heavily amended. Just on a positive note, I must say I do take the point that Mr. Désir put forward, that there should be a level playing field. And because the level playing field aspect, a very small aspect of what was being proposed, is something which I think we might be able to support.
Thank you, William. You always bring a bit of spark into the conversation. Thank you very much.
And clarity.